Welcome to the second episode of Hood Classics. I'm Quee, and today we're going up north to New York. New York. I got that flame. All right, I won't do that anymore. But we are going to New York, and if you have been to New York and have had the pleasure of going to a bodega, then you know all about the chopped cheese. Now, you may have to go to a certain part, obviously the hood, to get it, but you know about that bodega life. So we're going to New York and we're going to get chopped cheese, on that hoagie bun, but we're going to do a little bit different because we've never been basic and we don't do basic over here. So we're going to do a little bit different. So let's get into it. So guys, you get the privilege of watching me cook on my flat top for the first time. And we're going to start off by adding butter to whatever you're using to make this dish in. And once you add that butter, you want to get some ground beef and form them into hamburgers. Now, don't overform them. It doesn't really matter like that. You just want to get a crust on the outside. I already put salt in this. So for anybody who say later on that I didn't put salt, I already put salt in this into my hamburger meat. So once you have formed those into hamburger buns, you want to let that butter come up to temperature. And once that butter come up to temperature, you want to put your hamburgers on. And next is to season. So once you have all of your hamburgers on, you want to add 1/4 teaspoon of Adobe, salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic, and paprika. I know they can't do without Adobe. So you must have that Adobe. That's one of the most important ingredients. And once you have seasoned this, you want to next put some oil on that other side or in another pan, and it's time to start to cook your other things that's going to go into this. So you want 1 bell pepper, 1 red pepper, 1.5 scallions, and 1 jalapeno. The jalapeno is optional. The scallion is optional. That is something that I like to use. I feel like it brings more flavor and a little bit more heat. So once you have all of this put onto your grill, you just want to kind of, cook it a little bit, get it softened for when you actually mix them. And while that's cooking, you want to start chopping up your meat. Hence the word chopped cheese, because it's all chopped up. So you want to chop up your meat, but you don't want to cook it all the way. You just want to chop it up. It shouldn't be cooked this first time around. And when you move it away from the pan, obviously I'm doing multiple ones at once. So once you move it away from the pan, you want to then mix it in with the rest of the vegetables and whatnot. As you can see, I'm getting ready to mix. And now that it's all mixed in, now I can start to add my cheese. For me, this isn't how it's traditionally done, but this is what I like. I like to add, a little bit of diversity when it comes to the cheeses. Whether that I like provolone and pepper jack and then American on top, just a little bit of diversity. Same way I like my Philly cheesesteak, which this is commonly compared to. So, but I actually think this, I don't want to say that, so I'm gonna just leave that alone. So next you want to toast your buns and, get ready to assemble this. As you can see, my cheese is kind of melting slowly, and that's exactly what I want. So now it's time to assemble this. And this is usually made with a hoagie roll, but I wanted to use my favorite bun recipe. So check that video out if you want the same buns as me. So I'm going to start by adding some mayo, and this is all preference from this point on. So whatever you like to add on your sandwiches. And I made some savory strawberry jam that is sweet and spicy. And it was perfect with this. When I mean perfect, I ate a sandwich off camera, so my cheese is kind of, messed up. So I'm going to add a little bit of ketchup. And as you can see, my cheese look a little bit old, but whatever. That's what happens when the food is good and you can't wait to record it first. So I'm gonna just put this on and stack this up, and as you can see, this already turning out to be a big boy. I'm gonna add my tomato and lettuce, you know, however much lettuce you want, and then I'm gonna put the top on it. Let me show you that one more again. Hold up. Let me put that lettuce on, and I'm about to put the top on this, and it's time for the cross section. So I'm going to cut this in half, fold that over and cut it in half so you can see the cross section. And as you can see, this is a big boy. And I'm gonna show you this cross section right now. Looks amazing. And it's time to taste. Like I said, I already ate one off camera, so I may only take one bite out of this. And it takes a handful, so let me take this bite. Hold up. Let me take one more bite, because this is really good. One more bite, and we're out. So, as expected, we nailed this. Now let me get this out here. This sandwich was already great. We would have used the exact things that is traditionally made with this recipe. It was already great. But I believe that the things that we added only made the sandwich better. It's almost like a good relationship. You know, you're already happy, but then you find someone that adds to that happiness. And that's what the sandwich was. So if you have any food that you want me to try from your hood, please comment it in the comment section. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue to grow. And from my hood to yours, I'm out.